John Elite, the world's best day game coach. I want to talk about why I think direct game is dangerous and is not effective. It is one of those steps that you do not need, and why I believe it's going to hurt you, especially during the pandemic. Mind you, I'm not bashing any particular individual. Well, outside of anyone that worked for RSD, I'm bashing them. But for anyone else, I'm not. So it's a coincidence in case it looks like I am. I actually used to teach direct game back in 2012, 2013. And just to show you some evidence that I'm not bullshitting you, we'll just look at 3 late testimonials. I don't know why people are dropping off because they've been all gaslighted. They just look at this and they drop off. But I'm just going to preach the truth. Like I said, I have the right to have an opinion as the world's best day game coach. I'll give you my reasoning why I disagree with direct game. I'm just going to preach the gospel. You can disagree with me all you want. But if you don't get results, you can always come back here after a month or 2 of you getting rejected every single day, every single approach. And the most you guys maybe 1 date out of it or something. Or maybe 2 or something. And that's it. Let's continue. So the very first thing that I want to talk about is I used to have a tall Indian student in 2020. He's 6'4", and he was the only one that got laid from when I was teaching natural and direct. I'm a good day game coach, but if the only person that got laid from natural and direct is a 6'4" Indian guy back in 2012, then there might be something wrong with this particular style. And this is like way before. I was field testing every style to see what works and what doesn't work. The second student who got laid was from a structural direct game. This is around 2014, 2013, somewhere like that. He's a white guy. He's 6 foot tall. But most of the Asians just were not getting results, and I didn't know why. The third one who got laid when I was teaching more London day game, and the reason why they even got laid was because I was teaching Elite 30. So, right here. This guy over here is Russian, and over here is Yad. I used to know Yad, so I didn't train under Yad, but I did teach London day game, so that's why there's a little bit of those push pulls and stuff somewhere in the playbook. Having said that, I think a lot of people do not want to hear this, so I'm going to preach the truth, whether you like it or not. I mean, they have to be so gaslighted to absolutely not even look at my video. So now that you know that I've taught direct game, the main reason I'm saying it now because just like Joe Manchin, he could not back this Build Back Better bill that's going to cost trillions of dollars for America. As he says, I just can't do it.
Where I'm at right now, the inflation that I was concerned about, it's not transitory, it's real. It's harming every West Virginian. It's making it almost difficult for them to continue to go to their jobs. The cost of gasoline, the cost of groceries, the cost of utility bills, all of these things are hitting in every aspect of their life. And you start looking at then you have the debt that we're carrying at $29 trillion. You have also the geopolitical unrest that we have. You have the COVID variant, and that is wreaking havoc again. People are concerned. I've been with my family. I know everyone's concerned. So when you have these things, vote to continue with this piece of legislation. I just can't. I've tried everything humanly possible. I can't get there.
It's the same with me. I just can't get there mentally from direct game because I knew what it did to Vancouver. So even if you guys don't want to listen, I'm going to preach. Do you know that direct game or Tinder street game? You give a compliment. You put yourself off the line in the beginning if you're short. You get a lot of auto rejections. You go for hot leads, which are very few, and just getting positive reactions if you are being her type, SMVing it. You lose all the warm leads, which are more attractive than you are, because it's a Tinder street game. You're like, oh, you're cute, or whatever. Why would you give a compliment? You're basically putting yourself off the line. It's becoming a Tinder street game with hundreds of approaches in a row in a day. So I'm not talking about using any sort of crutches, like using social media to DHV status maxing if you're already over 20 out of 35. What I'm talking about is my students do not use Instagram. They do not use any sort of crutches. So going direct is completely not going to work for you if you have low SMV. I know it sounds crazy because we're so used to hearing it's all about volume. Oh, numbers game. Go direct, spam approach. Give her validation. She wants to be complimented. In what way does she want to be complicated? Because as soon as you compliment her, your value goes down and her value goes up. You basically put yourself off the line. And Todd V, here's a person I'll talk about, used to teach direct game, or he does teach direct game. He has 3 late testimonials after 21 years. That's why I just can't mentally get there. There's not even a single person viewing the video. I don't know if it's too late right now. But don't drop off. I know you're going to drop off because you're gaslighted and you're brainwashed. Don't drop off. Just listen to what I have to say. One person, thank you for being here. I know it sounds crazy because we're so used to hearing it's all about numbers, direct, giving validation. But I'm going to share with you 3 flaws of direct game today. So it's going to change the way you think about direct game. Because I am Johnny Elite, the world's best day game coach. I've seen what direct game has done. I have 500 LAPO testimonials. So I know what I'm talking about. I used to teach direct game. I've shown evidence of it. In the beginning of this video, you may not have seen it, but I've shown a couple of screenshots of me. Yo, what's up? So I showed a couple of screenshots of direct game, and I used to teach it for the people showing up. Don't drop off yet, because I want to get this message across. And over here, I showed 3 screenshots to make sure it's not bullshitting you. I taught direct game in 2012. That's a 6'4" Indian guy who got results nobody else did. And at this time, around 2014, yes, I used to teach day game that long. I field tested every style, split tested it. This is a white guy over here, okay? He's 6 foot tall. He got 3 lays, but the other Asians did not get laid from direct game. And this guy's a 6'4" Russian. 6 foot tall Russian, exactly 6 foot. You see a pattern here? This is around like 2014, 2015. So how long you been teaching game for, John? Dude, I've been teaching day games since like 2012. And this is real life. I was on the internet in 2014. I need to see which style works and which one didn't. Direct game does not work very well in Vancouver, but it only supports the taller guys who are above a certain height. 6 foot tall, 6'4". What the fuck? Right? What the fuck? And I've seen for 10 years how all these pickup artists fell because they're RSD victims or they went to scam lifestyle. This tall, good-looking Asian dating coach. And they didn't get any results using natural and direct, which is taught to him by Julian Blanc and RSD Tyler. And he used to be an assistant for RSD. Does height matter? I'm kind of short. I'm going to answer that question. If you're going direct, it becomes a Tinder street game. So yes, height does matter in that regard. Because as soon as you give a direct compliment, and let's say you don't have a lifestyle that you can show on social media or Instagram, you're going to get all the rejected. You're going to walk up to her, hi, you're cute. It's going to be like a homeless person giving a direct compliment and getting all rejected. That's why you have to do hundreds of approaches in a day. Spam approaching, it's like you don't know how to drive. You have no skills from Elite 30, and you run or you drive your car out of the driveway and you're taking massive action to your destination. But every single time you just crash over and over because the skills are not automatic. Over and over, boom, 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 boom. But you're taking massive action. Looks don't matter because RSD said so. Completely ineffective. Like I said, if I'm going to bash something, I'm going to give you my reasoning. Stay there, number 3 viewer. So basically, I shown a picture of me teaching direct game, natural and direct in London day game, just to make sure I'm not bullshitting you, that I used to teach this style. I have a lot of experience. Oh, he dropped off. Well, fuck him. All right, it's okay. Let's continue. So direct game If you give, I don't teach any one of my students to give validation, to go direct, use romance or funnels or Instagram. You're like, what? How come you're not using these things other coaches are using? Well, I got more lay testimonials. I got more lay testimonials than they do. So, but sometimes less is more. It's not about filtering leads that are just hot, warm and warm cold. You're missing those warm leads and cold leads or warm cold because indirect, neutral, or adaptive opener seems to be more effective. It takes away this numbers game. You don't create non-compliance in the beginning by saying, "Hi, you're cute," like Todd V, right? Oh, you're adorable. Oh, I'm like a boy talking to a girl here. Oh, you're so cute. So by this is what they call love bombing, where they completely just give compliments in the beginning. There is no good way to give compliments. You might be saying, "Well, I'm coming from a frame." It doesn't matter because in the very beginning, you're giving a compliment. You're off the line. So as soon as you like, "Hi, you're cute." What? You're adorable. I love you. Like, what the fuck? Why does she get a compliment or validation? Because she has a vagina? Because she has a vagina, she gets complimented? Doesn't make any sense. She doesn't deserve a compliment or validation. I'm just going to preach the truth to those who will listen. So you can't. The only time you can compliment a woman is when she's sucking you off, and then you're saying, "You're so good at it." That's the only one time. No other time can you ever give a compliment unless she's giving you a blowjob. Then that's the one time that you're so good at it. Because if everything is about keeping her on the line in the beginning, you create a non-compliance by going direct. Hi, you're cute. But if you're a shorter guy who looks like a homeless person or dressed like shit, and you're like, "Hi, you're cute," right? And you give validation. What if a homeless person came up to you and says, I like your jacket, right? I like your blazer. Give me change." What the fuck? Give me change. So you give me a compliment on my clothing. So you want to it's like a value taking thing. But they might even say it's coming from a frame of not taking value, but it is taking value. It is a homeless person giving compliments. Unless you're a tall, positive stereotype like these students, that means even back then when I show you my testimonials, I got less testimonials because direct does not lead to testimonials. No matter how good I am as a day game coach, I had a lot less testimonials back then, and the Asian students were not getting any results before I create Elite 30. I know that sounds crazy, but everything in this industry, 95 or 98% or 99% teaches direct game. It doesn't make any sense to me. I did everything the opposite of the industry, and I became number one in terms of student results. Sometimes you got to look at what the RSD says or the most famous, what they call it, standard practice or whatever. And then you do the opposite and you become number one. So that's the first reasoning is a Tinder street game. So by not going direct, you have warm leads now rather than just getting auto rejected because it's a Tinder street game. Hi, you're cute, right? Then in the beginning, she can choose whether or not she stays. In most cases, she doesn't stay. And just in case she does stay, because you're giving a compliment, you're staggering her. You're staggering her. So she's like, "Oh, you're cute, right?" She doesn't want, but she's listening just a little bit longer. This is what they call positive reactions. It's not positive compliance. Let's say, for example, I want to sell you a gold bar. Okay, a gold bar. I say to you, "Oh, well, you let's buy this gold bar in the streets," and you're like, "You don't want to buy it, but you don't want to hurt my feelings either, right? Buy this gold bar. You don't want to hurt my feelings, so you start being extra nice." So you'd be like, "Oh yeah, it sounds great. Tell me more about your gold bar," right? That is the positive reactions you're getting from direct game. You see that? People are dropping off because they cannot handle what I'm saying. You're all gaslighted. You're all gaslighted. Except you, Mr. Person who's still here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So I'm just gonna keep preaching the truth. Like even Jesus was preaching the truth, and people dropped off and didn't listen. So I'm gonna keep like talking the truth. So if you're a street salesman, you're like, "Oh, buy this gold bar," and then they're like, I don't want to go." They don't want to hurt your feelings, like the women. They don't want to reject you, even though most of them rejects you. they'll be like, no, 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 no. So you go through 100 approaches, 99 rejects you. One of them is talking to you. That's not game. That's a numbers game. And now she's like giving you positive I don't want the fucking gold bar. That's her mind. But let's listen to what this guy has to say. Let's listen to what this guy has to say. See, they're dropping off because they're brainwashed, but it's okay. You can always come back here after a month or 2 or 3 when you guys don't get laid from direct game. You can apologize to Johnny Elite and say, I repent. You guys really think you're going to get laid, don't you, from direct game during this Omicron? Yet my students who are the best, getting the most results, are not using direct. You're completely insane. The definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results. So let's get to 3 points. The 3 points I want to bring up is very simple because I'm going to share with you 3 flaws of direct game. So it's not about filtering leads, warm, hot, and whatever. And it's better to use indirect or adaptive openers because you can get laid faster. You increase your speed on top of doing things, which is proven over and over again by my student results. The only thing you can do is to dismiss it like an Asian carp. An Asian carp is an invasive species. And what they do is when they dismiss it, see, they're all jumping off because I'm completely going against everything that's being said. If you don't want to get laid, fine. But let's just see how many laid testimonials for direct game out there. Very few. I'm just preaching the truth like Jesus or, Moses or whoever. But if you don't want to listen to me, that's fine. I'm just going to keep preaching the truth. I do not need your permission. You can always watch this video later. Let's just continue. So it's like an Asian carp. The only thing they can do is to dismiss because it hurts their brain. They're going through cognitive dissonance. You tell them, you're going to drop off, Mr. Number 2, because you've been brainwashed. The second person here. You're brainwashed. You believe direct game works, but where are the testimonials? Very few. I show 3 testimonials from Natural and Direct in London Daygame when I used to teach it. And they're all tall people. Not surprised. Protector status, evolutionary psychology. Evolutionary psychology. You're going to drop off because you can't handle this. You've been brainwashed. You can no longer handle this. So the Asian carps became the Asian monks. Wow. Asian carp to Asian monks. Because they no longer want to get laid now. Because they think, oh, my course is so hard because of the corpus callosum problems. Because they're autistic and they cannot use both sides of their brain. They cannot do 3 steps of my social skill flow drill. They're lazy. So they go directly to direct. Right now, they're going to fail in direct game and they're going to quit and they're going to blame all the pickup artists. They say, oh, it's all a scam. They're red pilled now. The Asian carps will become Asian monks. But instead, you could apologize when you fail in a month or 2, maybe 3 months. When you get no fucking lays, you can do it my way properly, which is drilling each fucking technique like you're driving a car. When you drive a car, you have to learn like 30 different skills, just like Elite 30. You got to learn how to parallel park. You got to learn how to brake. You got to learn how to go forward. You got to learn how to do all this stuff. That's skills. When you're doing direct game, you're just driving out of the driveway without drilling it down. And then you're crashing and crashing and crashing over and over and over again. See, they're dropping off. They cannot handle this. That's not skills. That's a numbers game. There is no numbers game if my students are getting laid in 1 to 2 approaches. Let's continue. So unless you're above, 20 out of 35 and you got good Instagram, and not too many people have that, then maybe, just maybe in that case, with enough volume, something may happen. But however, since you're lazy to make a lifestyle on Instagram, nothing will happen for you. That's not transferable. I'm just preaching the truth. If you like it, right, give it a thumbs up. I'm just going to keep preaching the truth. You all can disagree with me, right? But you can't disagree with my student results. Dismissing the testimonials is the only thing you guys can do. By dismissing it and having cognitive dissonance, when you have 2 competing ideas and it causes brain pain, that's what's happening. But great. I'm just going to preach the truth because I have the testimonials to back up what I'm saying. They don't. So it's like a homeless person giving compliments. That's not great. I'm going to show you how to get laid faster with Elite 30 by drilling it down. So the very first flaw, let's get to it. 3 secrets. or flaws. Is direct day game. I used to teach direct day game, as I said. Structured direct day game, natural and direct London day game. The big idea is back in the day, these screenshots, mostly tall students got laid. The Asians, not at all until I invented Elite 30. So what the fuck? In Vancouver, people were getting demolished out there. Demolished. And this student, I mean, he's 6'4" for an Indian guy. That's extremely fucking tall. Thanks, man. Right here. 6'4". This guy. Look how tall he is. He was drilling it down the body language. He's talking against the wall. You see that? This is in Granville. He's talking against the wall. And then he start applying that to women. So that's the only reason why it worked, because he had enough value. Plus, he's using my body language, preaching the truth. Number two, a Caucasian guy, 6 foot tall. He got laid with structured day game. So it's not natural and direct. It is a structured game, because if you cannot use your corpus callosum, 3 steps, you can't even run social skills, no matter how much you spam approach. Number 3, a good looking Russian guy. Probably the best looking student I have. Right here. 6 foot tall. He got laid 3 times in one blowjob, or one blowjob, one pull. Do you see a pattern here? It was really hard to get testimonials because people don't get laid during the coaching period. Because the coaching period is within this certain time. Because they play such a numbers game. Even if they did get laid, it'd be so much past the period, because it's a fucking sorry, it's gassy, but it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. So therefore, they only get laid like maybe 6 months afterwards, and they cannot give a testimonial. That's why it's hard to get a testimonial for direct game. So if the Asian students I was teaching since 2012 to 2014 were not getting laid, maybe there's a hierarchy. Maybe Asians really are lower. And in Vancouver, everyone tries to approach Asian women. I don't even bother. I don't like Asian women at all. What the fuck is Asian? I start making a joke called Asian day game. Some people say Western girls have much standards. They go to Asia to get laid. That's exactly 100% true, because there is a hierarchy. White people have a 10 out of 10 perceived natural status. So they start status maxing with third world money status advantage, exotic advantage. They have a better job than the locals in Asia. And they have an exotic advantage. They have all these different advantages. So they have like 5 different status maxing. That's why they do it. Because in North America, they're not really liked by their own women. So they go to Asia, these creepy white guys. It's not to discriminate against white guys. I have a lot of white students. So let's continue. So number 1, it is a Tinder street game. Evolutionary psychology, supported protector status. So most of the time, these dating coaches teaching direct are usually taller than you. You got guys who are like that. I mean, look at RSD Max using a funnel style of setup game Instagram. But it's not that effective, is it? A funnel system is not that effective. It's not for everyone. It's hard to build the lifestyle. And second of all, I don't even think RSD Max has any late testimonials. He's very autistic. He's very, very autistic. So I'm just saying, like, funnels, it does not lead to a lot of late testimonials. Self-proclaimed high lay count guy uses funnels. He also just sends them like status maxing DJ sort of videos to the women as a conversion mechanism, which is status. But it doesn't mean that is effective or transferable. So that debunks funnels, direct validation, and romance. At least romance has some testimonials here and there. Not as much as mine, but compare it direct. Direct is just a testimonial killer. And it's not like I'm attacking any individual dating coach unless they worked for RSD. Then I'm talking about them. So RSD Max is 1. Let's talk about number 2. When this Asian dating coach who learned from RSD Julian and RSD Tyler, he claims he used to be an assistant to RSD. This guy called Scam Lifestyle in Vancouver. He was teaching Daygame. He had 0 Daygame late testimonials for his boot camp. 0. You're like, wait a minute. Most of my students got laid or pulled, and we're even trolling him in real time. I call him Scam Lifestyle in front of my students and say, where are your fucking testimony? He just puts his fucking head down, right? He looks down. Where do I start if I have no game? You start with Elite 30 from hard case to hero. You start with Elite 30. So for this Asian dating coach, absolutely no testimonials, just looks down. The guy's like fucking stupid. Now he has these stupid 1 minute and 30-second close videos for number closes, and people are being gaslighted by him. It's complete bullshit. It's complete bullshit. So that's the second flaw, is that he's tall, good looking, he's Asian, but he's destroying fucking Asian people, Asian men for 10 years, a decade. I watch RSD. Once you put an RSD concept into Daygame, lots of people suffer. Once 1% of RSD equals mass suffering and low self-esteem and worshipping and no results. RSD is so toxic. You might be saying, well, RSD is gone now, John. RSD is stronger than ever because of Omicron. The lower the self-esteem, the more RSD has power over your minds because it flipped upside down. So if he was like copying RSD Julian Blanc's game, the three vibes, it destroyed Vancouver. And he used to work with RSD too. This 1% of RSD victims are the guys who preach RSD concepts to others because it may work for them because they're above 20 out of 35, while everybody else, the 99% of the people, burns to the ground. So the main thing I want you to understand here is that RSD Tyler in Julian's game in Vancouver held Vancouver under hostage for a decade, scamming them out of their fucking money. And I've seen it with my own fucking eyes. This means this creepy Julian Blanc game, you can see the same issue with the media. When they call it Julian Blanc, CNN did. You start acting like a pussy. But they also got called out in local news for this scam lifestyle. This dude has no empathy. Now he's scamming Asians in China. Well, good for him. Stay the fuck away from this place. At least you're scamming people your own fucking race. They're so impressionable. And let them fail with their RSD concepts there. You no longer can hold Vancouver hostage. I mean, at least there's Asian women over there. So let's look at the news of this dating coach. I'm going to type lifestyle Robson. Type that up. He actually got in trouble in the news locally just the same way Julian Blanc did. Interview. Vancouver pickup artist responds to harassing women on Robson Street. That's him right there. You're like, holy shit. So there's a controversy, but he likes controversy. He says it helps his business. I disagree. Because over here, they're following up where he's accused of publicly harassing women on Robson Street, in which he does. He agreed to sit down for an interview. He claims he used to be shy, introverted, blah, blah, blah. 2 years ago, he began having more success. He would meet a girl at a club, take her home that night. Her friends began to know his effort, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Who's the target clients? I don't have a target number because I don't want to objectify what. Yes, you do. I try to get to approach as many women as possible. You see that? Spam approaching. What? My students can close in 3 approaches or 1 approach. So there's no spam approaching. And they're socially awkward guys dealing with social anxiety. They don't want to approach lots of women. What? 2 students, 2 days in a row, approached Nicole, and she wouldn't take no for an answer. That's exactly what he teaches. He believes for scam lifestyle, as it says in this article over here, as you can see, it's not some bullshit. One of these guys is to be aware that they fucked up, and so they didn't do it again. For Nicole's incident, I was aware she was pissed off, but I wasn't able to stop it in time. No, it's not true. But I told the student afterwards, you're too aggressive, you piss a girl off. That's not how you pick up women. That's not true. What Jan or scam lifestyle teaches is that you keep going at it because her boyfriend objection is something to be ignored. You keep going forward and forward until you burn it to the ground because you can approach as much as you want like a casino. That's what he teaches. Like RSD, creepy autistic, corpus callosum problems. And most of you guys looking at it because you're autistic, you think that's a good game. 1 minute and 30-second close with no empathy whatsoever. It's just him talking in the conversation, making a stupid self amusement. Oh, now you're dropping off. Now I finally got you. And then asking a stupid question. Are you from Vancouver? Another self amusement, Julian Blanc game. Nice. How were you? The 5 questions. Another self amusement. Another question. So what are you doing right now? Another self amusement. Oh, an Asian guy talking to a white girl, and the white girl talking to an Asian guy. It'll never happen again. Another question. What's your number? Do you text? So in perception, the woman feels like she says, I'm not interested. I feel terrible for Nicole from this article. What I have to say is these guys are very uncalibrated, blah, 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 unskilled. Every skill, like social skills, you have to learn it, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, this is all direct game nonsense. Going direct, approaching mass women, uncalibrated, taking no for an answer, dressing like shit. RSD style, Julian Blanc game. It has destroyed Vancouver. There was suddenly a Scottish POA house got in trouble. Okay, tell me more about it. So there's a woman here that went out with coffee with him. So he sent a very aggressive text. He wrote, "You are dead to me. We could have had love. Now your life is a trail of used condoms and abortions." That's Jan's post. A complete psycho, a psychopath with no empathy. He just collects your money. He barely even fucking teaches you. I know because I've seen him coaching. He just sits there drinking coffee or eating. And then he tells you in the in-ear to approach nonstop. And his assistant takes care of you. His assistant was so fucking bad, I had to retrain him. But he was mentally gone. Because even if his assistant was like 5 foot or 6 foot tall or something, glasses before, he had no results. He just spam approach and burn himself out. He never even saw the guy do any sort of same day lays. He helped record it a little bit. But yeah, you know who I'm talking about. That guy, yes, the Chinese guy. Or I think he's Taiwanese. He was so bad that I couldn't get through to him. He barely wanted to change his fashion. He works out. What the fuck? And this is Vancouver? So this is a Julian Blanc thing that he says. Your trail of used condoms. Yeah, I know you said that to me before. So the women say, oh, same fucking line. What the fuck? What did I say about you texting me again? This time I mean it. I'll eat your chinchilla, kill your cat, ruin your life in vagina. If she put, I don't have a cat. Well, I do. So fuck you. I don't think he has a cat. But whatever. So you see that? That's scam lifestyle. Is this his name? It's not actually Jan. It's like GN. So now they change it to Ryan or some shit. Oh yeah, I know who that guy is. A-Game. Another creepy fuck. They always get in the news for this shit. So what if that was not the only incident from Direct Game? What if we talk about UBC? What if he was kicked out of his university for being a creep? Let's look at CTV News. Controversial pickup artist teaching clients at UBC campus. Oh, no bad publicity. All publicity is good publicity. Bullshit. People get canceled, all this shit. And you're in China right now, scamming people. So they're calling on the University of British Columbia, which he takes like lumberjack or whatever shit, instructing the clients on campus. The self-proclaimed dating coach was spotted teaching his customers how to approach women last Wednesday. Fourth-year students, Seekin Hanford Peronet, said some of the men targeted complained to security that they were being harassed with Direct Game. They didn't say Direct Game, but we're told that there was nothing the staff can do. Wang's company, Scam Lifestyle, has made headlines before when women complain his clients who can pay as much as 15 or 1,500 for a 3-day long boot camp refuse to take a no for an answer. Oh, do you see a pattern here? No for an answer again. What the fuck? This is direct game, creepiness, cringiness, a lack of social calibrations because they don't understand Elite 30. And all those times when I trolled him when I was teaching boot camps, all my students got laid. Every single one of them. Well, I call them scam lifestyle in real life. Men need to realize their social power, what they hold, she says. Women are very scared of these encounters because it has been women who has been killed for saying no to men's advances. You don't look very hard to find these cases. I'm Asian, but why does Asian guys go for white girls? I think it's hypergamy. It's just like if you marry a white girl, you pass off better genes. It's just like, and they don't like the Asian girls because the Asian girls are really into white guys. So we're while this individual's actions are distasteful, we are not aware of any criminality. Barry Escherton said in a statement. Escherton also encouraged any students that wish to file a formal complaint against Wang or so see criminal behavior on campus call 911. So he actually got kicked out of UBC, by the way. He actually got kicked out of UBC at the end. So even if I didn't exist, this would be happening anyways. Guys would be trying to pick up girls in class. Yeah, but if they're trained under me, they'll not get in trouble. None of my students have ever gotten in trouble because they're socially calibrated. So that's number 2. Even though there's not a lot of people listening, I'm going to preach the truth. So what's number 3? The flaws of direct game is RSD Todd gives compliments, validation. Isn't that right? The very first thing RSD Todd teaches you is to give compliments and validation. How many late testimonials does Todd V have? 3. After 21 years. I was in the game for 20 years. He's in the game for 21 years. So you're saying you and Todd V are nearly the same age or you're both older? I can say that although I do look younger, I can assure you that me and him goes back in the day. But he did not change his style. He didn't split test. I field tested and split tested every style. That's why I was teaching direct game, natural and direct, and London Daygame during 2012 to 2014. 2015, I switched over to more of a Justin Wayne kind of game, right? And there's a lot of split testing to see what was working and a lot of discarding. And then I just kept discarding and field testing split. I've done that throughout since 2001. I needed to know what works. That's why I got so many testimonials. It's because I know what to remove. Sometimes you got to remove things from your system, not keep everything. I remove all the steps that does not lead to students getting laid. So if I'm saying direct game does not lead to testimonials, only the tall guys, in most cases, and if validation from Todd V does not work, then why the fuck are you doing it? If he only got 3 testimonials, if he's been coaching for 21 years, he's just saying a bunch of half truths. Why are you listening to this shit? I don't get it. And why are you dismissing what I'm saying as people don't want to hear this topic? Jesus. Holy fuck, man. The cringiest pickup artist, Todd V, is advice or half truths. They sound plausible. And then once he gets you with a half truth, then he puts in the poison, his autistic game tactics. So he's more of a structured direct game, which I also taught. He only has one Poe infield that went to Las Vegas at nighttime to a hotel room. The 3 day game late testimonials, 2 were for his boot camps and 1 was for his products. So his products don't even fucking work. And during the pandemic, it doesn't even fucking work. This is key because Todd V has been in the game for 21 years. I'm in the game for 20. He's only 1 year my senior. But I have field tested, split tested, everything. So I know what you're thinking, right? It's all a numbers game. It's all a numbers game. But if it's not, let's dismiss Johnny Lee's testimonials. Because that's the only thing you can do is dismiss. Because you cannot handle the truth. Remember, I'm not bashing any individual dating coaches who teaches direct game, natural and direct, or London Daygame. I'm talking about the concept, which I disagree with, because I used to teach it. I'm giving you my reasoning behind why I think is not effective. And I have the right, because I cannot stand behind this. I cannot stand behind this. Just like Joe Manchin, when he voted against the Democratic bill of Build Back Better, he says, I cannot stand behind this because of inflation, because he had a conscience. He had to tell people the truth. It's not worth it.
Havoc again. People are concerned. I've been with my family. I know everyone's concerned. So when you have these things coming at you the way they are right now, I've always said this, Brett. If I can't go home and explain it to the people of West Virginia, I can't vote for it. And I cannot vote to continue with this piece of legislation. I just can't. I've tried everything humanly possible. I can't get there.
Same here. I try everything humanly possible, but you don't need to optimize what does not need to be optimized. Direct game, as you've seen, whenever I get testimonials, which is very few and far in between, from 2012 to 2014, it was all tall students. It just doesn't make any sense. This is a repeated pattern that will never change. Why is height so important? Protector status. And for the people that are, just showing up, there's an Indian guy who's 6'4" here, and he was the one who got the result. They're dropping off. 6 foot tall guy, white guy. He got laid way back then with direct game. And a good looking Russian guy. What the fuck? It's like a same pattern over and over. That means I didn't have as many testimonials before, that if I continue to teach direct game, I would not have that many testimonials. I would just have those very few that they have. It doesn't matter how good I am as a day game coach, but if you start with an inferior structure, going direct, giving compliments, spam approaching, exactly like they say when Gen or Scam Lifestyle got in trouble in the news by mass approaching women, over here, with his creepiness, facing them with no social calibrations. And my Korean student, when he showed up, who was 6 foot tall, and I show him this infield, and he says, "Whoa, this guy is creepy. Chinese people have no social skills." He was Korean, right? Us Koreans, we have more social skills because we have a social structure. But this guy's creepy as hell. And I was like, yeah, he is. And this Korean student got like 4 lays or something, finger a 6'2" German blonde in the hostel, and he pulled one time. So it's like quite a lot of lays. He has the right to say that. He said this guy is creepy. He has no social skills. Koreans are racist as fuck. Koreans are very, very racist and prejudiced, and because they're very competitive. So people say, oh, they beat their women too and stuff. The thing is that for Korean guys, they have to start in Korea. They have to have a good job. Mental illness is frowned upon. They have to go overseas. They have to bang a white girl, and they have to come back home to marry an Asian girl. That's their life of a Korean man. But this guy was born in America. So he was born in America. Not really. It really depends, but there is some truth to that. Not all of them are racist, but I'm just saying that there has been a lot of prejudice, and there's been a lot of bullying, especially when you live in Korea. People are very competitive there. They get plastic surgery all the time, double eyelids, jaw reduction surgery. So it's very important that they become good looking because that's the only way they can really move up in society. They have to make up for having such a small land. That sounds like a racist piece of shit. Get off my channel. So I don't want to deal with stupid cocksuckers. But anyways, now that you know about Scam Lifestyle and how he's got in trouble in the news twice, kicked out of UBC, kicked out of Oak Ridge Center, because other people have seen it too, where he was escorted out by security. And then he says, I make more money than you. Guys, what the fuck are you talking about, Scam Lifestyle? You make more money than them. Don't think I don't have eyes in the sky all over Vancouver before I ran you out of this fucking place. As you gaslighted all these fucking Asians with your bullshit concepts of natural and direct, you have killed the entire Vancouver worse than Mao Zedong. I used to teach direct game, and only the students who are like above 6 foot tall got laid. What the fuck is this? And all the Asians all burned to the fucking ground too. This is stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Like Joe Manchin says, I just can't get there. I want to vote for this legislator. I just can't get there. I just can't mentally get there. It's the same thing here. I just can't get there. So it's not all a numbers game. Because you're autistic. That's why you go direct, because you think it's easier. But it's not transferable. It favors those who have 20 on 35 for their SMV, for their line of fuckability. You need 20. So if you can status max, right, it can be very helpful. Most taller guys, for all my students, lay testimonials. And I know how to teach direct game. I mean, but I add it with Elite 30 body language, which only favors the white guys or the tall guys. What the fuck, man? Why is it favoring the tall guys? It doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Mao Zedong is Chad. Can you stop using stupid words like Chad and all this black pill bullshit? It's so stupid. So after I create Elite 30 from hard case to hero, now you can get laid. And I got so many Asians getting laid during the pandemic. I have proof of nonstop students laid, but you start dismissing it. So I'm going to release a brand new course called Before Elite 30. Before Elite 30 is a preparation course that you can learn how to properly do Elite 30. I'll release it sometime this week for the entire world. It'll unbrainwash you from all this direct game bullshit. It will unbrainwash you from all these weird concepts that do not lead to lay testimonials. I know you Asian guys have become like Asian monks. You no longer care about getting laid because now that you're like, oh, your course is too hard because I can't be lazy. I got to actually practice in the mirror and go out there. Just like you got to practice driving one step at a time, parallel parking, turning left, gas pedal, brakes. You got to learn each skill individually until it's automatic. But you don't want to do that because you're lazy. This is the only thing in the whole fucking world where you don't have to rehearse. If you're public speaking, you got to rehearse. If you got to train for the Olympics, you got to rehearse. If you join the army, you got to rehearse. If you got to get a new job, you got to rehearse. You got to level up. Only Daygame, going direct, is the only thing in the entire fucking world where you don't have to build up your neural pathways. Doesn't make any fucking sense. Everything else in the world, you have to level up. You have to make it automatic. You need to have skills. Direct game is the only thing that does not require skills, and which is fucking stupid because it's so retarded. And what's even worse is that when you teach the students and only a 6'4" Indian guy gets laid, what the fuck is that? Then a fucking 6 foot tall white guy gets laid from it. And all the other Asians I'm teaching are like, John, why is it not working for me? I didn't have an answer. And then you get this 6 foot tall Russian guy who looks like he's the best looking student I've ever had. And there's Yad over there. That's me and Yad over there. That means I've met Yad. We talk and we know each other in real life. Yad did not train me in London Daygame, but I was teaching it back then with Elite 30 body language. It barely gets testimonials. It only gets it for tall white guys or tall Indian guys who's fucking 6'4". That was his first lay in Daygame for the Indian guy. You know that? That was very fucking first lay. Don't you get it? It doesn't make any fucking sense. You're playing a Tinder fucking street game. Because you're playing a fucking stupid Tinder street game. Now she gets to choose yes or no, left swipe or right swipe. And because you're saying, hi, you're cute, or I love you, or whatever, I like your style, or whatever the fuck you say, over and over, I like your style, this, that. The woman is like, what the fuck? Walks away and it's like, oh, it's a numbers game. It's not a numbers game. It's not a numbers game. You basically effectively remove the warm set. There's hot, warm, and cold. Just like sales. Only 3% of the people watching this will buy my course. There's another 30% who's on the fence. And then the rest don't even give a fuck. But don't you see there's a huge 30%, same as Daygame, that could be into you. That's why my students can same day lay in 3 approaches. 3 approaches, 33%, 33, 33, 99. Your students all wear tuxedos or you allowed to mix it up? It's not about tuxedos. It's about being whitewashed. You can mix it up. So, but the base is very much the same. Same dress shirt, same pants, the same shoes, elevator shoes. So it's not about wearing this. It's that for some of the Asian students, they don't have any value. So if you look at looks, money, and status, for example, over there, where is it? Right over here. Okay, can you see it? Looks, money, status. So by wearing this tuxedo, it's not a tuxedo, it's a blazer. That way they can raise their looks. Number 2, they can raise the money with a nice watch. You see that? With a nice watch. and be more husband material. So when they're approaching, they don't face an uphill battle of running up there and getting their head shot off with no army uniform. So they're like have no training, like just like driving, they have no fucking neural pathways. They run up the fucking hill, they get their heads shot off, and they do it again 100 times a day. It doesn't make any fucking sense to Johnny Lee. This is called Rolex. Rolex. So this is what they call a Pepsi. Rolex Pepsi. This is a GMT Master 2. There's the version 1 and there's the version 2. So this one, I got version 2. It's newer, so see that? Yeah, so pretty cool, right? And this is what they call a Jubilee bracelet. The other one is arriving very soon. My students are bringing my next Rolex across the airport, and they're moving around. Who knows where I get this stuff from? Maybe Dubai. Who knows? But they're like moving all across the world, and they're bringing it back to Canada. So then they sneak it past the airports. So maybe I can get a good discount from them. So I know a girl in class only goes for tall guys. How do I approach her? Wear elevator shoes. If you don't have a status maxing Instagram. So now that we have people showing up, I used to teach direct game. Here's London Daygame. Good looking Russian guy. Right here. He got laid. He's 6 foot tall. But most of the other people are shorter. They don't get any lays. Even if I was the best coach in the world. This is 2012, 2014. Here's a white guy, 6 foot tall. He got laid. What the fuck? 6 foot tall. 3 lays. And here's his first lay. He fucked a Filipina, which is a 6'4" Indian guy. Hold on a second. 6'4" Indian. Look at that. Look how tall he is. So how come for natural and direct, a 6'4" Indian got laid? What the fuck, man? What the fuck is this? Why is it only filtering out tall people? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Then you look at Scam Lifestyle. As I was posting his articles before. You should watch this video. How he got in trouble and kicked out of UBC for natural and direct. And also, he got in trouble over the news. Robson, just Scam Lifestyle, Robson. Just to make sure I'm not bullshitting you. He got in trouble like Julian Blanc right over here. And he acts like Julian Blanc, like a fucking pussy. He starts putting his head down. He looks exactly like Julian Blanc teaching the same shit for harassing women. Because it's creepy going natural and direct. Don't you fucking see? Yeah, I went how tall without platforms? And wear platforms or wear elevator shoes. Don't you get it? This style doesn't make any fucking sense. You're playing a Tinder street game. If you're not 20 out of 35 in overall value, you don't have status. And perceived natural status, race, like white people, like these testimonials, is still status. Height gives you protector status. Evolutionary psychology. So if you're getting a swipe left in real life, oh, you're cute, swipe left. What the fuck? You're walking out there getting your head shot off. You're getting swipe left 99 times. And 100th time, you might fucking walk with her on Insta Hangout. How is that game? How is that skills? On what planet does this make any fucking sense? There's hardly any testimonials. And when they do get a testimonial, it's like 6 months in advance, like ahead of time. So they cannot collect the testimonials. Todd V only has 3. How does this make sense? Todd V, 21 years giving validation and going direct. How does it make any fucking sense that he only has 3 late testimonials? On what planet does this make sense? I have nothing but disgust for him. Nothing but disgust for him. So one time I taught his friend, his 6'5" friend. He's actually part of Elite Playbook. You know, the tall guy that he's around. Why is it so bright? Oh, fuck. So he was actually in, like, when I was teaching the escalation ladder, he was in the back of the video. He wasn't saying anything. So I accidentally taught him. So, and then the other Korean guy at that time, he was there. He's like, John, stop teaching white people. Just stop teaching white people. Why? Just stop teaching white. You can't teach them this stuff. Why? You already got like fucking 4 lays here, right? In one pull and one fingering with a 6'2" blonde. John, don't teach white people. Dude, I could teach whoever I want. Like Bruce Lee would teach white people. He does not discriminate. Neither do I. And then we got in an argument afterwards. Afterwards, he went to Asia and then he got like 25 lays in total within like 2 weeks. Maybe 2.5, 3 weeks. He went to Thailand. Maybe it's easier, a Korean guy. But it was like, I think it was like 22 lays or 25, something like that. Look at the video again. It's the Korean student. Hope that makes sense. So it was well worth it, the boot camp that time. Fucking 25 lays. I mean, and he wasn't getting hot women before. I had to change the fucking direct game out of him. And then now he's just getting nonstop lays with women like much hotter. But yeah. So that's all I gotta say is that based on the evidence, because I'm speaking, I've seen Scam Lifestyle destroy Vancouver, 0 Daygame lay testimonials. It's not just Todd V. And just 1 for his course. That's it, 1. He got a lot of night game lay testimonials. Maybe RSD concepts work better for night game. Is warm direct approach the best approach? What the fuck are you talking about? None of my students go direct, you dumb fucking idiot. They go, excuse me real quick, I have a question. I was looking for a place called Zara. Do you know where I can find it? Then she stops walking and she gives directions and they go, oh, by the way, I've noticed something else about you right now. And they're like, what? I've noticed that you have this X plus Y. Are you Z? You don't have to say creative and artistic vibe. Are you an art? You can say anything. You have curly hair and big hips. Are you from Mexico? And she's like, oh my God, I'm a Latina. Yes, I am. Right? And now she's a little bit scared. Hey, I know we should be social distancing right now. Okay? I know. But this Omicron thing that's going around, don't worry. I'm vaccinated 3 times. I'm healthy. Oh, okay. No problem. Get it? Now you can open everyone. That's what my students do. And they fucking same day lay on the first approach or the third. That means there is no numbers game. There's no rejections. Why would anyone go direct in India? It's fucking stupid. All these RSD victims in India, they're all doing this RSD shit nonstop. They're dressing like shit, wearing like a work shirt or a fucking white t-shirt and black fucking pants. And then they're wearing like fucking white sneakers. And they're just spam approaching with RSD shit, taking massive action in India. I know. Because I've lost students from India. My other student dresses like husband material. He's already got 5 lays. And he's still talking to me all the time. He wants to move to Sweden out of India. So he's asking for advice. But I have lost students in India. I have students all over the world that are Indian. Canadians, Americans. And I just posted another testimonial, as you guys can see. Direct game does not work. But indirect doesn't come across as confident. Do you want her off the line or on the line, you idiot? So in the beginning, hi, you're cute. Confidence, right? Guess what? Next, do you want to do 99 confident approaches or do you want to do 1 indirect and then work your way up, keeping her on the line? What do you want to do? You want to be confident or you want to get laid? Why will you get pissed away all the warm leads? Huh? Only your hot leads, right? 1 out of 99 are hot leads. You piss away fucking 99 of them. What is that? Is that confident or called stupid? It's called fucking stupid. Oh, but it's not because I want to be direct because it's manly. Is it manly to get rejected 99 times in the fucking row? What do you think of night game? Fuck Evolutionary Daily. He used to be called like Aaron Wayne. He used to be one of us Waynes back in the day. So I used to work for Justin Wayne. I think he fucking sucks in Daygame. He's like intermediate. But at least he has a few testimonials because New York is fucking easy. Don't you guys get it? If you go direct, it's no longer like you just get hot approaches. Only 1 out of 99 will go on a date with you. Is it worth it? Some people think it's worth it. My students are getting laid in like 3 approaches or 1 approach. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. How is that possible? Because they're doing it my way. Indirect is not indirect game. It's indirect to stop. Then it is Adaptive openers. By the way, you have this yoga pants and chill vibe. Are you into yoga? You get it? Now you make it natural and adaptive. Then you switch a topic with statements of empathy. Hey, I know we should be social distancing. I read the news, or I seen the news, but I don't have Omicron. Don't worry, I'm vaccinated 3 times. I'm healthy. You disarm it. Don't you fucking get it? Oh, he's in Cleveland? Okay, whatever. That makes it even easier. So this is the thing, okay? A woman is full of fear, so she's pointing a gun at you. You understand that? So when you indirect it, right? You're getting her to stop here. You see that? You're getting her to stop. Excuse me real quick, I have a question. I was looking for a place called Zara. And then you punch it down and you get out of the fucking way. So in case they try to shoot you here, you don't get shot. You see that? There's a laser here. You see that? You can see it on my face, right? If you block it correctly, you don't get shot. You see that? This is Krav Maga. Get your shoulder out of the way. So that's the indirect first. By the way, I've noticed that you have this fashionable and creative vibe about you. Are you into fashion? Now the gun's down here, hands up here. Get it? Right? Get it? Hey, I know we should be social distancing right now. Boom, right in the face. Metaphorically speaking, of course. We're not punching women. We're not scam lifestyle. Harassing them. And then lastly, you disarm. You get it? I know this Omicron thing that's going around. Make sure you don't go in front of the gun because you shoot your fucking fingers off. I know this thing that's going around. Don't worry. I don't have it. I'm healthy. Disarm. Get it? 1. Get it? I've been trained by Krav Maga for 5 years. That's why it's so automatic. That if somebody points a gun at me, it'll be in my hand in no time. But that's how I was trained in Krav Maga. So just like direct game, right? It's stupid. I've been trained with drills and exercises like Elite 30. You got to learn like driving. You got to learn all the fucking skills first before you drive. Do you understand that? You can't just go around driving your car out there, crashing into everything. I'm taking massive action. I'm confident. When you're driving a car out there without skills, do you want to be confident or competent? Or do you want to just do 99 approaches or 99 driving on the driveway and crashing 99 times? And one time you might get to your destination or halfway there to the gas station. Then you go on a date and you don't get laid. Stupid. Doesn't make any fucking sense. So why go direct? If my students are getting laid nonstop, why go direct? Why put 99 more fucking approaches between you and getting your dick wet? Why do that? You don't have any status. You don't have a good Instagram. You don't have any advantages. Why are you doing that? When you listen to that kind of advice, you're not going to get laid because you don't have the conversion mechanisms or status or 20 or 35. I'm pretty sure that lots of dating coaches have more value than I do, status maxing. Their status or value is way above mine. They're like, oh, but they might even be shorter than you. They might even be uglier than you or whatever. What the fuck are you talking about? Asian, 1 out of 10. Skill max. Don't you fucking get it? Scam lifestyle over here, going natural and direct. Like I said, there's lots of people teaching natural and direct. So it's not like I'm attacking any one person except this guy who used to work for RHD as an assistant. Gets in the fucking news and he's so fucking proud of it. Oh yeah, it's good publicity. Right there. Scam lifestyle. Harassing women. And kicked out UBC too. You guys are so autistic. You don't even know what you're doing. It's like Fisher Price, my first Daygame system. Natural and direct. Julian Blanc style. With RSD Tyler mixed in. Because RSD Tyler taught this motherfucker. Every time RSD Tyler has their hand in something, it destroys mass amount of people. And when it hurts the Asian men, it hurts me. Now he's scamming like fucking China. But let him scam China. Fuck that. They're at least the same fucking race, right? The Asian man, Asian woman. Let them scam the Chinese people there, right? Not my problem. Let them scam the Asian carps over there. Stupid. I just don't understand why the fuck can you guys possibly believe direct game is even effective? Where are the fucking testimonials from Todd V? He has 3 after 21 years. And me, even as good as a coach as I am, how the fuck am I only able to get like a few testimonials in natural and direct and London Daygame? It's not because one of them is better than the other. It's the very fact that you're going direct. You already put off the line in the beginning. Don't you understand that? You're already off the fucking line. It's so stupid. Like, why can't you guys get this? Why can't your mind get this? Are you brainwashed or something? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's so stupid. It's like, okay, this screenshot's still loading, right? This 5 foot or 6'4" Indian guy was the first one who got laid from natural and direct. See if I can click on the screenshot or let it load. Number 2 was this white guy right here. See, is it loading? Come on. And number 3, a Russian guy over here. Good looking guy. Very good looking guy. Teaching London Daygame. It just doesn't fucking work. And if it does work, it's very rare because the only people that gets laid are usually taller white guys. The Indian guy, because he's taller than the 2 white guys, he's 6'4". He's not 6'1". He got a little bit more advantage. Now he dresses exactly like me, except he wears a suit. He dresses very nice now. He no longer dresses like shit after the boot camp. That's what I'm saying. For the rest of his life, he's been dressing nice. He's a good looking guy too. He claims his hair is thinning a little bit, but I still think he's a good looking guy. I really do. That's natural and direct. That's Vancouver. This is the truth. You can disagree with my points, my 3 points. Everyone has the right to disagree, but I also have the right to disagree with natural and direct. I have the right to disagree with London Daygame, which is ineffective. Most of the people that are in Vancouver doing London Daygame only has like 2 lays. They do the same shit. Hi, I thought you looked kind of nice. I thought you looked kind of nice. I came by and say hi. Oh, by the way, right? I was just from over there. I came by and saw you over here. I wanted to talk to you. Oh, that's how my assumption story happened. You look like you are this, or you look like you're that. You look like you're a bird, and you look like you're this, right? Oh, I disagree with you. I used to teach you shit. That's called challenging. Oh, you look like you're blonde, but your roots are showing. What? Push pull. And then self-amusement. I'm just joking. I'm just trying to be cheeky. So what the fuck? My London student, remember the white guy with 10 fuck buddies, 5 some, 2 models, and 1 became his girlfriend? He almost killed himself over 2 of the game in here. He nearly killed himself from Todd V's game and also in London Daygame. He almost killed himself. He was going to commit suicide, but I got him laid at that month before he ended his life. Direct game can possibly kill you and make you depressed and make you go red pill afterwards. And then you're going to say, oh, PUA stuff is scam. It's not a scam. Do Elite 30 properly, you lazy cunts. You corpus callosum cunts. Learn how to drive properly, 1 skill at a time until it's automatic. Oh, I'm too lazy. It's not. It fucking works. My testimonials, it's just nonstop. You guys are dismissing it. Nobody goes direct. Nobody gives validation in my students. Nobody has a fucking funnel or Instagram. Nobody actually fucking uses romance. Nobody. It is fucking leading to 500 late poll testimonials. I agree. London Daygame doesn't work. I had met Yad in boot camp in Winsburg, Brooklyn, right? Not a great game. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to throw Yad under the bus because, maybe we're friends. But it doesn't mean I agree with his style. And he knows that. So, and I don't agree with London Daygame. They have caused mass. Even my old roommate, right? Good looking Indian guy was using London Daygame in London. He didn't get any lays whatsoever in London. Isn't that crazy? He's a good looking 6 foot tall guy. He didn't get a single lay in London using direct London Daygame. It's all bullshit. It doesn't matter if it's natural and direct. It doesn't matter if it's London Daygame. It doesn't fucking matter if it's structured like simple pickup, which you find Jesse is just using seeking arrangements. It doesn't matter because you're giving a compliment in the beginning. Maybe the best way to understand this I haven't used this in a long time because I just been posting my testimonials. Imagine this is the line, okay? Right here, right? This is the line. You see that? So in the beginning, right here, you give a compliment. You see that right there, a compliment. Now you're creating a non-compliance right over there. You see that? And then you're giving validation here, here, and here. She's deviating off the line. Now you have to tease her to keep her there. She's off the line here. Now it becomes 99 fucking approaches, rejections. But instead, why not remove the direct here so she can move further on the fucking line? You see that to here? Get rid of the fucking validation. You see that? Now she can move forward on the line. And in case she gives you a fucking attitude problem, she's off the line, then you tease her and she's back on the fucking line. You see that? And then when she's talking more, you flirt over here so she continues to be on the line, not friend zone you. It's that simple. It's rock, paper, scissors. Flirt when she's talking more. You don't have to sexualize it. Don't give validation because you're knocking out here. If you give validation, you are taking this part out. Right there. You're literally in the beginning knocking yourself out of the fucking fight. Wow, the study for science. Thank you for advice. Really appreciate it. No problem. What do you think of playing with dicks? I personally think dating apps is like a waste of time. I'm shocked it worked for him in Miami. Look, listen, he's a white guy, right? He's a white guy, and white people have a perceived natural status. When you look at self-proclaimed high lay count guy, how many testimonials? Most of his testimonials are white. Not that Tinder testimonials count. They don't. Some fucking faggot over there showed up cussing me out, saying, "Oh, Tinder because you don't get matches." It's not true. I match with some of the hottest women in BC. Maybe not that many. I tried Tinder for like a few days, and I fucking uninstalled it because it doesn't count. It is an eBay food app auction for white people. It's not pickup. It's not fucking pickup. Playing with dicks, getting some women. Yeah, he's a white guy. It doesn't matter how ugly you are and white. White is right. White has a 10 out of 10 perceived natural status. Most of their testimonials are white for self-proclaimed high lay count guy. Not that Tinder counts. But then guess what? And here's is going to debunk everything. When you look at this student, this Indian student, he's actually an 8-week mentorship program student. You know that? From self-proclaimed high lay count guy. 5'5" Indian guy. You didn't know that because I didn't post it yet. But he also called out the course that he got no results. Everyone around him got no results. So they offer you like a refund policy. If you don't get laid, then you get a refund. But nobody got laid, or a bunch of Asians and Indians who are impressionable like him did not get laid. So they offer a bunch. This is speculation. I don't have any proof of this. But all the Asians, if they took the course, did not get laid. And now they're offering 8 weeks for 8 dates. If you get 8 approaches, you probably get a few lays under my coaching. If it's like 1 to 3 approaches equal a lay, a same day lay. So you can literally, if you don't want to aim for the lay, you just want to like leave her at the door, then you can get 8 fucking pulls or something easily. 8 dates, you can get 8 insta dates in 1 day very easily. It doesn't make any sense. Don't you fucking see it? Okay, so he's cussing direct game, saying it's bullshit. Okay, I agree with him. But his fucking Daygame system only has 3 late testimonials. I had to rebuild this Indian guy's funnel. I had to teach him how to date properly, how to text properly. I had to rebuild it because it's more optimized than his Daygame system. It's a fucking lie when he says, "Oh, he's the most effective." He's copying my fucking words. Most effective, most efficient, optimized. If this Asian student has 4 lays on Tinder now, and he got 0 lays from him, then whose Daygame or a Tinder system is more efficient? Mine. Because another Chinese student who took his course, who used my 6 algorithms for the Instagram. The 6 algorithms converts the women. He got 59 lays. Yeah, he used his text game, but he used my pictures to make the conversion. So for the Tinder faggot who was like, "Oh yeah, Tinder don't get I get matches. I use the 6 algorithms." But I don't. I just, I installed it because that's not pickup. It's not pickup. That's all I'm saying. It's so stupid. It's like a mass psychosis of stupid fucking theories out there. I mean, who's more optimized if my student who's Indian and a Chinese are getting more results, not just some token Asian? not just some one token Asian. I'm just saying, who's more optimized? Pickup, Tinder does not count as laid testimonials. It does not count as fucking lay counts. It's a fucking food app. It's like eBay for women picking white meat. All they order is white t-shirts, not yellow. White t-shirts. Great. So how the fuck, if it supports mostly white people and a few black shirts, maybe 3 black shirts, 1 yellow, how is that helpful? How is that the best student results? That means if a student got 50 lays on Tinder and won the night game, his lay count is only 1. His body count is 50, but his lay count is 1. So what if the coach, what if Tinder doesn't count? Then they're like, oh, I got like whatever thousands of lays on Tinder, right? How many lays do you get from pickup? Oh, 400 in night game. Well, your lay count's 400. Stupid. Oh, my lay count is whatever. Oh, how many you get from Tinder? I don't know, 150. Well, guess what? Your lay count's 150 if it's 300. Does that make sense? It's so stupid. What if like 500 lays? It's like, oh, this student got 500 lays because he's white. Yeah? How many did he get on Tinder? 300? How many did he get from night game and day game? Maybe like 10 in day game and 490 night game. Then that's his lay count. 500. It's not 500. It's like fucking, like 10 whatever and 90 and it's like 100. Makes sense? Doesn't fucking count unless it's pickup art. Tinder is not pickup. No matter how much you want it to be, it's not an approach. It's not a code approach. Night game counts to some degree. But we're counting day game here. ABCs only has 6 with the mystery method. Derivative. Doesn't make any fucking sense. They go direct too. 6 lay testimonials. Queef and Casanova goes direct. 7 for Asians. Doesn't make any fucking sense. That's all I'm saying. It's so stupid. And this is the epitome of Asian results. You got a lot of Asian students. Direct does not work. It works very little bit for a small percentage of the population. Most of RSD 67 products about game is all direct. Their stuff don't work. Don't you see there's a mass psychosis? You're all brainwashed. And you're like saying, oh, John, you're attacking certain coach. I'm not. I'm just speaking generally. I cannot get behind direct game in good conscience because I seen it destroy Vancouver. If you guys don't want to listen, that's fine. Get brainwashed. Go out there with your mass psychosis. Get fucking destroyed out there. 99 approaches a day. Catch Omicron. And then instead of dismissing all pickup artists or day game courses as being a scam, you come back to Elite 30, do it my way properly, you lazy fuck who's spam approaching, because you're low functioning. Because you have low resilience, half resilience, you can't fucking do it properly. Come back to my course, apologize. Sorry, John, I should have listened to you. Please tell me how to do it properly. I will teach you how to do it properly. Out my own fucking time. So that's why I'm creating a new course called Before Elite 30. Before Elite 30 will be released in a week. When it's released, then it will debunk all of direct game bullshit. It'll direct a lot of stupid brainwashing. It'll teach you about neuroscience, how the brain works for 21 days to build a habit. And just like a habit, the jacket's called a Millennium sheath. I taught that to my Indian student. The more you do a habit daily, the more your jacket goes over it. It reinforces it. The problem is that when you're fucking spam approaching, like a mass psychosis, during fucking Omicron, when I'm the only one who got fucking late testimonials for my course, statistically speaking, and you're fucking going direct, which is ineffective even before COVID, only tall students get laid. It's like a or unless you're really good looking, it's like a mass psychosis. Delusional. What the fuck? If I'm really so wrong here, then debunk my 500 LAPO testimonials. They don't go direct. They don't give validation. They don't use romance. They don't fucking... Don't you get it? You don't want to see this because you can't make the connection because you're brainwashed. You're stupid. You're tiny little fucking brains because you're lazy. That's the reason why you're spam approaching, because you cannot handle practicing in front of the mirror, leveling up, like driving a car. There's a mass psychosis happening. You guys just don't fucking get it. Like I said, I'm not going to criticize any individuals outside of these guys who worked for RSD before. Scam Lifestyle, Todd V, RSD Max, RSD Tyler, and RSD Julian. Because of these people, you're no longer free. You're enslaved by low self-esteem and worshiping. When they work for RSD, any part of RSD kills mass amounts of people. Asians. I mean, who's worse, Mao Zedong or Scam Lifestyle? Now he's scamming in China. I'm glad he's not here. I'm glad I fucking pushed him out of Vancouver. You have the world's best day game coach in Vancouver, and you have the worst, which is him. It's kind of funny. One has 99% of the testimonials in Vancouver. The other guy has like what, like not even the test, zero. Stupid. And some other coach may have like a few here and there, not getting laid, getting dates. What the fuck? Or the other guy only has like a few, like less than 3 or 4. They all go direct in Vancouver. All the other coaches besides me go direct. I have all the testimonials. I crushed Vancouver. You better wish that I do not move to your fucking city and teach wherever it is. I move to your city, it'll be completely taken over by John Elite technology. I'm doing this out of professional courtesy. I could move to other places in Canada right now if I wanted to. It'll be a completely like everyone will just get laid like nonstop from my coaching. And let's talk about Daygame. I'm not talking about Tinder. I'm not talking about Night Game. I have the most late testimonials for Daygame. I've earned it, motherfuckers. And I didn't earn it with direct game. I would just have fucking tall students that get laid if I kept teaching direct. Natural and direct, London Daygame. It's fucking mass psychosis, man. Mass psychosis. Fucking delusional Charles Manson's everywhere. Stupid, fucking delusional, easily impressionable, worshipping, dumb fucking corpus callosum, dumb motherfuckers. I better finish my course before Elite 30, so that way I can take away every fucking excuse out of your fucking mouth. That's all I gotta teach you for today. That's all I gotta say. Like I said, I'm only criticizing direct game and a couple RSD victims foisting their bullshit, but I'm not attacking anybody else, just to make it clear. I don't like the concept. I can't get behind it, just like what Joe Manchin says. I just can't do it. I just can't. I can't get there mentally. I can't. In good conscience, I cannot recommend direct game. And I used to teach it. Like literally, John Elite used to teach direct game. I know. But John used to teach in 2012. Yeah, motherfucker. I've been a day game coach for too long, man. Okay, now I finally loaded. How does a fucking 6'4" Indian guy get laid from natural and direct and with a Filipina? And that was his first day game lay. Why was that 6'4" Indian? Why was it so tall? Then the next testimonial, because there's less during those years because I was teaching direct. Why does this 6 foot tall white guy get laid? And the other Asian students are just getting their heads knocked off. Why is this tall, good-looking Russian guy? Here's us in Metro Town. Right here. Why is he the one who's getting like a couple lays? Well, everybody else is just like struggling. Before I had no solutions for Asians until I create Elite 30. I already invented the fucking cure. Not the long treatment, the cure. I invented it. Elite 30. It works. It's not. You need to stop bringing your fucking mindset into my program. Just because other coaches tell you the spam approach, you can't bring your fucking bullshit into my system. You learn how to drive properly. You do it my way. That's why I'm going to release a new course before Elite 30. Because you're stupid and you have small brains, you're autistic, you're low functioning, and Omicron is making you guys all fucked up. Now you Asian carps are becoming Asian monks. You no longer want to get laid. You just want to meditate and fucking self-develop, taking massive action like a monk, like a kung fu monk, a warrior monk. But kung fu is not effective. It's time to drop direct game. This mass psychosis. Because once this thing is gone in the industry, even other styles of game like natural gets better. You know that? Once you take away the direct compliments, it works much better. Once you take away the validation, it works way better. The body language already builds the attraction from Elite 30. It's evolutionary psychology. The social skill flow drill. I'm not talking about socializing. Just because you mass approach socializing, it's just like mass approach when you're driving, when you don't know how to drive. You get out of your fucking driveway without a license, you crash into everybody. That's like socializing? Is that going to improve your skills if you don't drill it down? Mic drop moment. Mic drop moment is you going out your driveway without any sort of drilling it down for the fundamentals. The 30 fundamentals: how to get out of the driveway, parallel park, U-turn, looking in the mirrors, signaling. If you didn't learn the basics, right, will you get to your destination? No. But why the fuck are you doing that for direct game? You have no skills whatsoever from Elite 30. The 3 steps from the social skill flow drill levels your brain up. But you can't do it because you're autistic. That's why you need 21 days to build new neural pathways to overcome your corpus callosum in the middle that connects your left and right brain. It doesn't work. It doesn't fucking work. That's why you're autistic. That's why you like to spam approach, because it makes you lazy to practice. I don't want to practice driving, John. I want to get to the destination now. How the fuck are you going to get to the destination without skills, motherfuckers? You can't. No, but I'm lazy. Well, you learn how to drive, so shut the fuck up. It took a little bit of time. If you can learn how to drive, or when you learn before you go in an MMA match, you actually drill it down. That's all I gotta say, man. This is a mass psychosis of fucking stupid idiots. Now they're disappearing because now it makes fucking sense. That's all I gotta say, guys. See you next video. And maybe, hopefully, I'll release my course soon. It just takes a while to fucking write out all the scripts. I have to record it. I have to say it. It's a lot of fucking work. I'm just speaking the truth. And don't think I'm attacking any individual dating coaches outside of RSD. I'm not. I just cannot get behind this. And I have to separate my coaching from other people because they think I teach direct game. No, I don't. Because a lot of people dismiss Elite 30. They dismissed it outright. And they're using an inferior technology of direct. But they might think, oh, naturals used to go direct. No, they don't. I know more than a dozen naturals who have mentored me. Only like 3 out of the fucking 12 actually goes direct. Isn't that weird? You think back in the days, like hundreds or thousands of years ago, people went direct? Hi, you look cute. They give him compliments? No. They just talk to the women. They socialize. They go meet up at a later time. And then they start hanging out more. They hang out. And then eventually they get laid. And then they start to emotionally invest. They get married. That's how it was like before. They didn't go direct. You think they're doing some PUA, push-pull, direct validation shit? You really think 1,000 years ago, when people were in a cowboy saloon or, in some kind of old pioneer country in the United States, that they were going natural and direct? You really think so? You guys, Jesus, tap dancing. Christ, man. Mass psychosis. They can't even handle what I'm saying. You think they really went direct? Of course not. You're insane. Only 3 of the 12 naturals went direct. Small percentage. Most of them were like neutral or just adaptive, or most of them are neutral. I hate to tell you guys the truth. I mean, I've been trained by too many naturals, man. What I'm teaching is the real natural game. So that's all I gotta say. Brainwashed. Zombies. And I used to teach natural and direct. I know all the concepts of natural and direct. I feel tested, split tested every natural and direct is even like less testimonials for me personally when I was teaching than structured. Structure at least gave you something to say. I'm not saying structured direct game is good, but I got more testimonials with structured direct game. Because you're autistic, you don't know how to drive, your corpus callosum cannot do 3 steps over and over. At the second step, it's just like driving. As soon as you do something, like let's look in the mirror, signal, and then I have to look behind me and then turn the car. So when you turn behind you, because that's the 3rd step, you don't do it. So you just turn and you crash into the guy driving a bike. And you're like, oh, I could not help it. Because your corpus callosum does not work. But then when your neural pathways catch up, then you can do all those steps. Because you're lazy. You don't want to spend 21 days mastering this skill. You might even get laid in like 10 days or something from Elite 30. You're just lazy because your corpus callosum is fucked. That's all I gotta say. Fucking stupid, man. This is the fucking direct game. Sorry, I can't get behind it. I really can't. I tried. I tried everything I could to get behind it. To say that is not bad. I just can't. Wait for it before Elite 30. It's coming out soon.